Lock it down. Let them come down, you guys. Let them come down.
Not mean to get a headshot on them, but
They do exist.
Woo!
Bag number 5.
Right there, Vern, huh?
oh, hold on, your treble hook's way down. Yeah. Yeah, he did.
All right, Bruce. Hold on.
Okay, let me bonk this thing really quick.
Hold on.
Here. Hey.
That's what you set up now, Vern. What's on to the next? They got a top shot on there.
Yeah, what we got here is basic reverse dropper loop. It's just normal dropper loop setup, but instead of putting the hook on the loop, we're just gonna put the sinker up here. That way your bait can kind of swim more freely. So we're just gonna loop the weight on just like so.
What do you go up to 4 or 6 ounce for the bait to swim?
Anywhere from a 2 to a 6, really. We have some smaller anchovies today, so we don't have to worry too much about them swimming around with the weights or anything like that. After all, they are a lot weaker than sardines, so don't got to worry too much about that. So we're able to get away with lighter sinkers than we normally be able to. If we wanted to, we could fish out a 3/4 ounce slider. That'll probably be able to get down to the bottom too. That was working a couple months ago. Watched one guy catch, I think, 3 halibut. So it definitely works. You can get away with a lot lighter stuff, and sometimes that make or breaks whether you can get a bite. It's kind of just being able to get away with the lighter sinkers, lines, hooks, kind of just everything. So
Size hook you got on here for the Joves?
about a 1/0 circle hook, size 2 circle hook, somewhere around there. You can do J hook or circle. It just kind of depends on the type of person you are. You know, a basic San Diego jam knot here. One of my personal go-to favorites. Hasn't failed me too much at all. There's been times where it's broken from me forgetting to change my line out with some tuna, but it's one of the first knots I've learned, and definitely one of the best, that's for sure. Some people prefer Palomar, some people prefer clinch knots. You can kind of do whatever you want, whatever wants to be your favorite. In this case, this one's my favorite, but after everything's said and done, that's how the setup looks. Got the sinker right here. Bait can kind of swim around freely just like so. So hopefully it wants to bite. Got some 20-pound or reverse dropper loop, 6 ounce weight, 1/0 circle hook. See if it wants to work.
Does it matter the distance between the leader?
It definitely can play a kind of key factor. You don't want to make it too long or else it'll tend to get tangled up. So most of the time I normally do about a foot and a half. It's a little bit longer than I normally do it, but it still doesn't hurt too much. I wouldn't say anything longer than 3 feet. Once you get that point, it's super overkill, especially if you don't have any current. You have a lot of people on the boat. It tends to just wrap up around itself. So I'd say anywhere from 1.5 to 2 feet is about as much you want to go.
And then on the drag, you want to make sure it's got the drag set before you start fishing so they don't break you off.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to have your drag too tight with halibut. Kind of the lighter you pull on them, the lighter they pull on you. I've noticed. I've had a lot of times where you'll check a guy's drag and he's fishing 30 pound, but he's only fishing 6 pounds of drag. So with halibut, you can definitely get away with a lot lighter line, even though with the sharpest teeth as they do have, you definitely want to fish a lot lighter drags. Otherwise, Otherwise, it just tends to. I don't know. You just don't need to fish them too heavy. Halibut are one of those just ruthless fish that they'll either destroy you right off the bat, or if you just take it easy, they won't even know they're hooked. So
then you get to the surface, and sometimes that's when they'll take a run.
Yeah, if you pull their head right out of the water, they will just go absolutely ballistic, start smashing the boat, smashing people. I've gotten manhandled by a couple halibut before. It hurts.
So keep your drag steady, or keep your drag loose. Not too much. There's not much structure they're going to try to run into and break you off. Play tug of war if necessary, but don't over manhandle them. And work them to the boat and wait for the gaff.
Yep, that's about all you can do. And be nice to them. Hope they can be nice to you. Don't pull their head out of the water once they get up. That's the #1 mistake on why people lose them most of the time. They'll just start thrashing around on the surface, hooks rip out. They'll just pull them too high out, line will just snap just like that. So as long as you're just careful with them, don't bring their heads out of the water, just make sure you don't pull too hard, then you should be all right. You should be able to get your fish to the boat. The less hard you pull too, oftentimes that'll increase the odds of the hook's not pulling out. So
You want to catch them.
exactly, we want to catch them just as much as you guys do. So why don't you just do everything by the book and play it safe? They're the staple of California. It's one of the one of the few fish that people want to target here. It's yellowtail, halibut, sea bass. That's a Channel Islands trifecta. So halibut's one of them. If you can get the other two, then you did a lot of things that people strive to do, and a lot of people I know have been doing this for years haven't been able to do. So
Thanks, man.
anytime, Kevin, anytime. Kevin, we're going to be helping you guys out today. I'll be on deck, Kevin's in the galley, so if you guys need anything, feel free to let us know. That's what we're here for. You guys all kind of look like you guys know what you're doing, so I don't really got to go over how reels work, all that fun stuff too much. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll gladly go over it. But personally, I think you guys are just going to get bored if I start explaining how that stuff works. So, but in terms of bait, we got anchovies, so it's relatively simple how to hook these things. If it's one of the bigger ones, and it kind of just go left to right through the side of the nose. If it is one of the smaller ones, definitely prefer going bottom of the bottom lip out to the top of the head. Just like that. It's relatively easy stuff. So, but setups today, we got reverse dropper loops, so we're gonna have our sinkers above the hooks. I'm pretty sure I've rigged up most of you guys. So you guys should all have the right setups. If you guys don't, like I said, feel free to come check with me now. Now's a great time. We're less than a mile and a half from where we're going to be fishing. With these halibut, well, first off, as you guys know, this is fishing. It is not always catching. I wish we could go kill 106, or no, whatever the number is, 60 halibut right now. I wish we could do that every day. I don't know the last time a boat has done that. So, with that being said, I'm not expecting to get limits of halibut today. If we do, I will be crying tears of happiness. So, but with that being said, this is fishing. It's halibut fishing in particular. Really don't know how it's going to go. We'll probably get a couple. It's not guaranteed everybody catches something. That's where I'm going with that. I hope you guys understand that. This isn't white fishing or rock fishing where we see thousands of fish on the meter. Halibut, we don't know where they are.
Yeah,
It is blind everything. We can't see them on the meter. Nothing. So, with that being said, I'm getting your expectations there today. Obviously, you guys know what you signed up for. It says halibut or bust online. Anyways, with these halibut, you guys are going to want to make sure you guys let these things eat. These things have a tendency to just chew on your bait and chew on it and sit there with it in its mouth like it's a popsicle that's melting. So, with that being said, if you guys get bit, don't set the hook right away. Let these stupid flatfish eat. I have watched way too many people not do that. I've watched way too many people not hook their fish. They get pissed off. That might be the only bite of the day they get. So, with that being said, I've said this 1,000 times already. Just let your fish eat. I want to see you guys catch them. Another thing, if you guys hook one, if you guys hook a halibut, and if you guys get it to the surface, don't pull its head out of the water. You will lose your fish. 99% of the time, you will lose it. This thing will go ballistic, smack its head against the boat, snap your line off. There goes your fish. So, if you guys get it up to the surface, start screaming at me. If you guys hook one, start screaming at me. If you guys are getting bit, scream. If anything happens, scream, please. There's 12 of you guys. I can manage this relatively easy, and I want to be there to help you guys out through the process. So, that being said, if anything happens at all, you guys don't know what to do, you guys do know what to do, or you just want me to be there for moral support, call me over, please. We're going to be relatively shallow water. These things come up quicker than you think. And the second you see them, you guys get excited. You guys forget every single thing I told you. That's why I need to be there right beside you guys, so I can kind of make sure you guys remember to breathe. The recurring theme, people get excited, they stop breathing, adrenaline kicks in, yada, yada, yada. So, just, like I said, if anything happens, you guys get any bites, anything, call me over. My name's Vern. Call me whatever you want. I don't care. You guys can call me Sideshow Bob, Zero Booked Holes. If you guys got anything new that is somewhat correlated to what I look like, go for it. It's funny. I like hearing them. Yeah, so today should be a relatively chill day. There is, like I said, 12 of you guys. As you guys can tell, this boat is big. It's a 60-foot boat. If you really want to get into specs, it's 59 by 12 feet, or by 24.
Here, let me gaff it for him.
What's going on, Vern? Break it down.
So we got Bruce right here. He's got a fish on.
Brewski?
Hey, there he is.
Number 2-ski?
Number 2 ski.
Oh, nice fish. No, it's not that.
I'm gonna net that one.
It looks legal. Keep his head in the water. Oh, that's a keeper.
It's legal. Here, I'll turn it later.
So instead of the net, instead of the gap, you get the net to make sure it is legal. 22-inch size limit on these.
That one's cute. Just rip it out. That's 22 right there.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, he makes it, dude.
yeah. Yeah, bottom left. Right there.
Slice him and dice him. Just makes it.
Yeah. Look at that, Bruce.
Number 2.
Oh, he only has one eye.
You gotta be good to hook the one eye.
Yeah. It doesn't get much better than that.
The one-eyed halibut. How about that?
Those teeth in there.
Yeah. I've seen people stick their thumb in the halibut's mouth.
Yeah.
They don't do it again. No, they never do it again.
Number 3.
Number 3.
And that's, you know, they have. There's one.
Nice fish there, Vern. What do you think
yeah.
that one weighs?
Solid 12-pound fish.
12-pound halibut.
Maybe.
Any tricks on that, sir? What was that?
They're few and far between, but you just gotta fish hard. Find them.
Nice fish. Way to go, Vern. The headshot didn't damage any of the meat. Some of the best eating fish out here in the Channel Islands in California.
When that fish came up, he was horrible, man.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
He knew his shit.
I went to go stomach shot him, and I was like,
that's what I was trying to tell him. As I said, yeah, I went right down the edge of that rock. I really think those chrome fingers.
I believe him.
2 of those fish out of the 3, I got that big one. Regular.
All right, well, there we go. Captain Jeff.
there we go.
Seasoning and some hot sauce inside of a bowl. Real simple. Just 1 egg, hot sauce, and seasoning. Then I take my fish and I cut it into little smaller pieces, and this it's a smaller fillet. I take my fillets about this size and I dunk them inside of the egg, get it coated really well, drop it in to my seasoning packet right here full of cornmeal and seasoning. Put whatever seasonings you want in there. Lemon pepper, steak seasoning, a couple herbs and spices, a little shake and bake style like that, except for a shake and fry. Then I take that fillet and drop it into the grease and let it fry. Then when it's ready, nice and golden brown like that, beautiful. Look how golden brown that looks. Oh yeah. Golden brown, and while it's hot with that oil, I've already been snacking on a few. Hit a little bit of this seasoning that I got. A little bit of this little hook and cook seasoning. Look how white that looks, that meat. Rockfish. And there it is. Homemade fish and chips and football. Fresh cod, lemon, air fried French fries, deep fried cod, and some football. That's how we tailgate around here. Take a look at that. Look at that. Hot, fresh caught fish.